Y'all got me out today because today we are out in Montgomery and we are at Two Step Farm. Very country, very fun, really embodying that community country feel. So today's builder that we're gonna be taking a look at is going to be Autograph Homes. They are a new builder. They just opened their company in March of 2024. With that being said, they are not new to building. They have helped build with Coventry, they've helped build with Empire. So the people who have started Autograph Homes, they're not new to this, they are true to this, but they wanted to give new product, they wanted to give niche products. So today we're gonna take a look at 3 of their homes, talk a little bit more about them in greater detail later in the video, because I know y'all just wanna see these houses, so let's get going. The first house that we are going to take a look at today is going to be the Brazos floor plan. This is actually a part of their trio collection, which is 2, sometimes 3 homes that are typically built together. And I'm gonna show you guys why, because there's a second one, and that's gonna be the Colorado floor plan. We're not there yet, but typically it's the Brazos, the Colorado, and then the Aransas that are built together. I'll tell you a little bit more later about why, but really, I'm already loving this because when you come down like the entire street, so this is our model home park, right? These houses stood out to me. These houses immediately stood out to me. 1, because they are just so bright, they're so warm, they're so cozy. And then 2, they all have porches. Every single house has a porch. And we're talking about a decent sized one. So we'll start with the front, but y'all know I'm feral for a good porch. And this one just feels like you sit outside and you get in your neighbor's business. And I like that. I really like that. And I absolutely love the color that we have on the door. And I'm loving this beam that we have as well. Just another nice pop of color that we're seeing here. Let's see what's inside. So immediately off to our left, we have our kitchen. And y'all already know what I'm gonna say. I wish those cabinets were taken all the way up, but you can't upgrade that. So we're not mad at this at all. If you notice, we have cafe appliances. Those are standard. So their houses are all coming with cafe appliances. Nice upgrade. Definitely something that you're not gonna see with every builder. I'm absolutely loving this. This is a really nice pantry. Oh, it wraps around. Okay. Okay. Costco hauls are looking good now. I'm loving the blue too. I definitely would take those up if I were purchasing. It's one of those upgrades where if you're talking about like what you want to upgrade and what you should upgrade, definitely one of the upgrades that you should do, because 1, it's going to be a lot harder to match the cabinet color later. It's a lot harder of an upgrade for you to do on your own. But if you let the builder take care of it, it's easy. Loving, you guys probably can't see this, but it's this very light faint blue. And I'm liking how they really match that with our cabinets. Also loving our backsplash that we have here. Really simple, but it ties the whole look together. Once again, cafe, 6 burner stove. That is standard. Okay. Stainless steel. Single sink. For those of you guys who like the 2 sink, we can see if that's an option, but I'm not gonna knock the 1 sink because I do like her a lot. Then over here we have our dining room space. One thing that I do love and that I've noticed about this floor plan in particular, look at how much light we have coming in. Just window after window after window, to where sliding doors, windows on the back there that really frame in that couch, windows all around our dining room table, plus we have light coming in from our front door. So even if the lights were off, this would feel like such a good space. fireplace on this one is going to be an upgrade, depending on if you actually want it or not. Where our offices are actually going to be the garage. So this house is actually going to be alley loaded, meaning your garage is going to be in the back instead of the front, which is why we have that beautiful porch space. Okay, we kept the same blue. They even gave us a blue background in the back there. And this, for a half bath, is very spacious. And I do like the fact that they tucked it near the garage, away from your living area and your kitchen. Okay. Okay, storage. Okay, storage. I like what I'm seeing right now, y'all. Now, these are, I don't want to say, I mean, these are smaller houses. So this house, I want to say, is about 1,700 square feet. Definitely not bad, especially depending on how it's laid out. And right now, from what I'm seeing, it's laid out really well. But I say that to say, you're not going to have a big yard. As you can see, we have just enough space here to have a little yard area for the dog to come out, walk around, lay out in the sun, sunbathe, patio space. You can even set up a small garden here as well. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about Generac in this community. That sounds so dumb, but when I get into the details as to why I'm super excited, you're gonna get it, you're gonna understand. But we're gonna talk about that after we tour all these houses. Okay, let's see. I'm liking the ceiling height. I absolutely love the ceiling height. And I do like this flooring. So this is gonna be your luxury LVP that they have, which the standard options that they do have are nice. Okay, this is spacious. This is actually really spacious. Let's go to bedroom 1 on the left. For the square footage of the home, this is a very spacious bedroom. Okay, wish we had done something a little bit more with the closet, but not bad at all. Love this bedroom space. Laundry room is upstairs. So all of your bedrooms on this floor plan are going to be upstairs. And we kept with that blue theme, as we can see with our flooring. Okay. Okay, so this is gonna be your shared bath for the 2 bedrooms. Nice dual vanity. No slow close. More than likely that's gonna be an upgrade. One that would probably be worth doing, especially if you have kids. And I really like this space. We have light coming in from our window. It's not super tight. Y'all already know. But once again, you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna ask the builder for it because we want our tile all the way up to the ceiling. Definitely nice space though. Let me show you guys what I mean by it is comfortable, it is cozy, it's not super tight. We're in here. I mean, we're comfortable. There's elbow space. You can hop into the shower. If not into the shower, we still have a ton of room. I mean, this is exactly what I would be looking for in a secondary bath. Let's check out bedroom 2. Okay, bedroom 2. This one feels a little bit smaller than the bedroom we were just in, but not small. It just feels smaller. I really like how they did their staging for this. It feels very much so like Two Step Farm. Feels like it's embodying that. And I love when builders play into the themes of the community. Closet space. Okay, okay. Decent closet space. You guys know I like a build out, but all right. I've been told that Autograph does amazing primaries, so we're gonna take a look and see. To our right, we have our closet, which so far so good, because for the square footage of this is a really solid closet space. And I do like how we have this almost like a hallway or like a foyer for your room. I just think it makes walking into your room feel a little bit more grand, a little bit more special. Oh. Okay, okay. Considering all bedrooms are up, this is spacious. I mean, this can be a reading corner. We still have space on each side of our nightstand. This is a king size bed is what it looks like. We still have room for our bench here. Light coming in from both sides from our windows. So I'm really enjoying that aspect right there. Bathroom. Okay. Okay, y'all. Just remember, who showed you Autograph first? Who showed you Autograph first? Bathroom. I do absolutely love when we have a window in between our split vanity. It just allows for more light to be let into the space that typically can feel very dark. We also have a huge picture window here, so I absolutely love that as well. I'm not even gonna hold you. I would take the mirrors up. This is not a mark on Autograph because I just saw this in another development. And so I am obsessed right now with your mirror going all the way up, just because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely stunning. It makes the room feel so big. But I do like what they have put in for this bathroom in particular. I also like how much counter space you have. And for my makeup wearers, this is also really good because we're getting in this natural light. So it is really nice for you to do your makeup in front of this natural light. That's all I have to say. Now, we gotta talk about the shower because that's really what awed me. One, I like the honeycomb blue tile. Is this blue or is this black? I think it's black, but it kind of gives off a bluish vibe. No, but it is black. It is definitely black. This is huge. Y'all know I'm gonna do it. So y'all know how this goes. We're in. We're showering. Y'all, we're showering. We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot in this bathroom. I mean, come on. Oh my gosh. This is probably, and this is not a long shower. So we've seen like those super showers where they're super long. This is a wide shower. And I do appreciate that because you could literally sit here, prop your leg up, do your shaving, be out of the way of the water, hop back in, or if you just want to have a moment to decompress, you can do that in the shower. This is just such a cozy shower. And cozy and shower don't really like go together, but I think I am finding an obsession with darker showers. I don't know, y'all. This floor plan is doing something, I have to say. Toilet is off to the side. This one Does feel a smidge tight just because of how the door is positioned. So if I'm sitting, it's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. You'll probably be a little bit off to the side, but it's not bad at all. So this is still pretty comfortable, pretty spacious. I like what I'm seeing. This is just the first floor plan, but I like what I'm seeing. Let's go check out house 2. Okay, Colorado. Honestly, this house is giving Colorado vibes. So if you guys have ever visited Colorado, this is the vibe that I get from their houses. And I think that's why I do like this one so much, because it just feels so comfortable, so cozy, and so community oriented. Like, you can just sit out on your porch with your cup of coffee, wave hi to your neighbors while they walk their dogs, or go outside to play with the kids. So I'm vibing with this. And then of course we have this little extended space here as well. Door color is also another one of my favorites. I just really like this, like this combo, this blue and this like maroonish purple. Anyways, let's get inside. I know y'all are tired of me. Let's get inside. Okay. Okay. Wait, let me not get too ahead of myself. Off to the left, we have our closet, our coat closet here. Pretty decent amount of space here. And it's right off the door, so that is nice. I don't know where I want to begin. I think we're gonna start living room, because I like how it's tucked off to the right of your front door. And one thing I'm noticing, you're getting light on this side and you're getting light on this side, which is both of your outdoor spaces, like your outdoor seating areas. So I really, really like this setup. This is probably one of my favorite living room setups that I've seen in a very long time. Feels very intimate and cozy in here, but definitely not small. Not small at all. Now going to our kitchen, which, okay, chrome bar stools. Okay. Absolutely loving our cabinets in here and our light fixtures. These are probably going to be upgrades, but I will be honest with y'all, when it comes down to upgrades for a house like this, your lighting, you just stick with what they have and buy your light fixtures from Wayfair or from Home Depot or wherever you want to, because one, it's gonna be 10 times cheaper, and two, you can pick out some stunning fixtures, especially Wayfair and Amazon, y'all. They really come through for the fixtures. But going back to our kitchen, looks like we have a new tone or two-tone. We've got green at the bottom. Liking the countertops that we have here. Just absolutely stunning. And then I like that we have this, like, I would make this matcha coffee tea area just because it's already off to the side. You have all of your cabinet space there. Oh, hands down, probably my favorite pantry that we've seen. And I've seen a lot of pantries, y'all. I would almost call myself a certified pantry expert. But this one, love the window. I like how we just have this tucked away. It lets in so much light in here. And this is walkable. Like, you can get deep in here. Walk in, grab your cereal. This is, do a little spin and a twirl. You could do a lot in this pantry. Let me stop playing on y'all's TV. Once again, absolutely love what we have going on here. Not a ton of countertop space though. That is one thing that I will notice. We don't have a ton of countertop space. You'll definitely have to utilize probably that side a little bit more. But honestly, given the size of the house, you probably don't need a lot because this isn't meant for like a family of 5. This is probably for a young couple, Maybe you've got a dog or two, but definitely not for a huge family with this size. Dining room space off to the right, which once again, I love how they did this. This is just so nice. Whoever did their staging really understood the assignment. Now, okay. You guys know how I feel about half baths. So one thing about a half bath, your guests are always going to be using this bath. It's important that it be spacious, it be comfortable, and honestly, it should be one of your nicest bathrooms. And I feel like they've given you the space, and it is pretty nice considering it's just a standard bathroom. But you can come in, you could color drench, you could add wallpaper. Really, you can elevate this a little bit more. So that is cool to see. This is going to be your garage. It is locked. I've already tried it. So we're not gonna go out there, but once again, this is an alley loaded, a part of their trio. So garage is gonna come through here. You'll come in to the house this way when you're parking. Okay. Before I show y'all all of that, let's have a talk. I said that this is a trio home, or like it's a trio floor plan, but they build it in either 2s or 3s. The reason why they do that is because they connect your houses together by the garage. It has that same connection that a townhome has, it just doesn't have it in the living spaces. And what that means for you guys is that you can still have that single family home feel while they're able to maximize the space of the land that in the lots that they purchased to connect the garages, but not connect the living spaces, which is primarily where you're going to be anyways when you're occupying your home. Before I showed you guys that, I wanted to explain what you were seeing because it may look a little confusing. Patio space on this one, I actually really love the Colorado floor plan because of this courtyard space that it has here. And I really enjoy the amount of patio space that we have. This feels like just enough. And because you have this courtyard, you really could kind of extend it out a little bit more to give yourself just a little more space if you wanted to do like a grill setup or an outdoor cooking setup. You'd have that ability here. Also, great area for the pets. I mean, it's not the biggest of yards, but Two Step Farm does have walking trails, dog parks. So they have a green space, but you don't have the maintenance of a big yard, which is such a joy. When you walk back in a home and it makes you feel good, that's a good home. That is a good home. Let's take a look at upstairs and see what we're working with though, because we haven't seen it yet. Okay. So we have a nice little landing here. Oh. Okay. Let's go left. We're gonna start to the left. Dual vanity bath here. Natural light coming in here. Where's our light switch? Okay. Same, this is the same style that we just saw in the other home. I like it. I like this color too. This feels good. I do have to say that. Before we go deeper into this upstairs, let's check out bedroom 1. Okay. Spacious, sliding windows here. Closet. Oh yeah, I actually like this one because we don't lose any closet space. So I actually like this one because we don't lose any closet space on the edges. So that one is really nice. Okay. Bedroom 2. Nothing in this one, so we can really kind of see how this feels. And it still feels spacious, especially for a secondary bedroom. That's a nicer light, but my gosh, it's not giving out any light at all. You can upgrade those if you want to, but remember what I said, Wayfair, Amazon, Home Depot. Honestly, y'all, light fixtures are so cheap. It's one of the things that I wouldn't pay a builder for unless it just came with the house. Oh, this is nice. This is really nice. So definitely for my work from home peeps, you guys have this beautiful sitting space that you can set up for work from home. Or I'm thinking about my parents here, you could set up a baby gate over here, right? Because we have this point, and you can honestly turn this into a play area. So sometimes we have to get creative, right? Because life changes fast. And if you were to buy this house, be married, no kids, then you have a kid, you don't necessarily have to move. You can just rearrange. This is a perfect playroom. It's far enough away from the stairs. You still need to baby gate that though, because kids are crazy. And then instead of you having this as a workspace, you can just simply have this as a play area that has tons of natural light. And then I love how they have the TV here because once again, you can set that up for your kids as well. So this space is very functional. And just because you turn this into a play area, remember, Two Step Farm has the co-op. So the co-op could be the space that you go to work if you do work from home. But I'm just throwing out ideas. I'm just trying to help you out. Okay, laundry room. This is pretty spacious. I really love the honeycomb black tile that they did here. So it looks like they took that same tile that we had in the last bathroom and they put it here. Question, does anyone actually keep their dogs in the laundry room? I'm just curious. This is always the setup and I don't think anyone just throws their dogs in the laundry room. Oh, okay. 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 Okay, closet space. A little small in this one, not too shabby though. It's definitely not too shabby, but I guess you can do that when you have two closets. Okay. I'm not over this. I'm not over this at all. This is majestic, y'all. This is absolutely majestic. You can just, we're reading. I'm obsessed. The downstairs had me on this one, but this part, I'm sold. I'm gonna buy this one. I like this one. Y'all have been on my channel, y'all have watched my videos. You guys know, when I see something I don't like, I'm gonna say it, right? It's very simple. Doesn't mean that the house is terrible, doesn't mean that the builder did a terrible job. Each builder has to cut somewhere in some places to make things work. And so it's totally normal. It always comes down to what can you deal with? And what I'm seeing right now, I'm windows, I am space, I am flexibility, right? This house is giving you all of that. For my home buyers who are younger, this is probably your first home, or maybe you're thinking about kids, but not really soon in the future, whatever the case is, like I would purchase a home like this because one, it's not too much house. Two, there is still flexibility if your life changes, so you don't have to immediately up and move. But three, the community itself is just really nice. So we'll go into all of the amenities that you get with Two Step Farm. But as for autograph homes, They've done their big one right now. I'm so happy with what we've seen so far product-wise. Anyways, let me get up and continue this tour. I'm gonna miss you, bench. But back to our tour. As you can see, we have a ton of floor space here, so no issues in regards to space in your primary. You have a ton of space here. Large format tile, which I do like that. Linen closet, okay. It's just the empty boxes, that's so cute. Oh, okay, shower. Once again, we have that standard wide shower. I love the tile that we did in this one. This is what is standard. So on the last one, we had tile on the floor. The tile on the floor is not standard, that is an upgrade. So this is what your floor would look like. Not terrible, but if you want tile, this would be one of those things that I would upgrade. Love the tile selections that we have. And then once again, sitting bench area. So this one is actually going to be in front of your shower head, but we still have a ton of room here. Honestly, you can still pop a leg up. So not mad at it. Still a really wide shower. I prefer these over a long shower. That's just my personal opinion. We lose that window that we had in the middle of our dual vanity, but we actually replace it with an extra long mirror. So not mad at this either, if I say. Love the cabinet colors that we have here. Really like the selections that they made. And we have our windows still, so we're still getting some natural light. It's just the placement of it. And we also have another window here in our private water closet. Okay, not bad at all. We have one more house to go see. Let's go take a look at it. I don't know how they're gonna outdo, but we'll find out. Okay, Sabine. This is gonna be a 0 lot line house, or 0 lot line floor plan, I should say, which means you're not gonna have any space on your sides, okay? So it goes end to end for your lot. But absolutely loving, and I do mean I'm absolutely loving this front porch, y'all. Probably, I don't know, the Colorado's winning, but I really like this front porch. I think I just like how grand this house feels. Another well done and bright door, and garage off to the side, which I like that. Oh, we have a door here too. Okay. Okay, let's get inside. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna see what we're working with. Oh yes, Off to our right. Oh, okay. So we have full bath with a stand-up shower. Tile not all the way up to the ceiling, but we'll work on that. We'll work on that. And a bedroom. Okay. The space on this bedroom is pretty nice. I have no complaints with what I'm seeing right now. Ceiling height is really cozy. So not too much in regards to like being super tall, but tall enough for it to feel spacious, just not tall enough to discombobulate you. Love how we're getting light in from here and here, as well as from those sliding doors. Okay. I don't know if this would be my preferred colorway for this kitchen, but you know what? The lights are off. Hold on, let's find the lights. Just because it's so dark, I feel like it kind of darkens the space over here. But with that being said, I like the combo that they did. And I actually really like the countertops that we have in here. I think if you were to do a black countertop, this is one of the like perfect setups because the veins aren't too much. It's just very nice. Okay. Okay. I like this. I really like this. Have a lot more countertop space on this house than we've seen in the other houses, in part because this house is definitely significantly bigger. So this makes more sense. But I mean, y'all, the staging once again does it for me. Dining space here. So it is giving us that little middle break off point. Before I go a little bit deeper, let's take a look and see what we're working with over here. Storage, and pretty decent amount of storage, if I do say so myself. Living room, spacious. I love this. And this is so cute. This seems more appropriate than tucking your dog in the laundry room. This looks so cute, so fun. Probably an upgrade. Definitely not coming standard. Another set of sliding glass doors over here. Oh, I'm loving this patio space. Honestly, just this yard too. Got lights and a ceiling fan up here. I love this. Absolutely love this yard space. Keep in mind, you get to pick your own lot, your own yard, but if they look anything close to this, you've won in life. You've won in life. Nobody can tell you anything. And then here, they've in fact done what we talk about consistently, just like a little outdoor grill space, outdoor kitchen area with a TV. Oh yeah. And when you walk back in, your house looks amazing. So, I like what I'm seeing here. Shut up. Shut up. This is a whole mud area, y'all. This is one of the biggest mud spaces I have seen in a floor plan. And then you have your office here, which I do like because as a mom who works from home a lot, when the kids come running through that garage door, you're gonna see them. You're not gonna miss them. They're still like, they're gonna pass right by you, but then they'll be able to just go off into the rest of the house. I'm obsessed with this floor plan. Oh yeah. All of this natural light coming in. French doors. Hang backpacks up immediately, can kick shoes off if need be, throw them in a basket, and then take that basket upstairs to just, y'all, this is a system. This is, okay. They don't want us seeing the garages. I haven't even made it all the way up the stairs yet, y'all. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, autograph. I don't even know where to begin. We're gonna go left. This is our primary. Oh my gosh, y'all. Before I take y'all outside, just, okay, closet. This is huge. This is huge. Private toilet. Okay. Okay. Do y'all see what's behind me? Before we get over there, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love this. But like this dual shower head, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, y'all, let me control myself. Let me get back to being professional. Dual shower head, dual benches, natural light. Tiles still need to go all the way up to the ceiling, but I'm obsessed. This in like the green or even black would just stun. I mean, would just stun. We have windows all over this bathroom. This is what a home should be. Like, this is how a home should feel. This is a great use of space. I have absolutely no complaints. I really can't say there was nothing that would dissuade me from purchasing any of these homes. Now, this is an upgrade, but on this floor plan, you can get a patio off of your primary. So that is something that you could also consider. But I think it's an upgrade that is worth doing. And also, we're gonna kind of talk about how we can utilize those incentives to cover this cost. This is probably my favorite part. I'm not gonna hold you. This patio space, definitely one of my favorite parts. Just because you can roll out of bed and then immediately go outside and just get hit with fresh air, vitamin D. Laundry room. It's a little dark in here. It does feel a little dark in here. Do you like the flooring that we picked for this? And it is spacious. So my only qualm is that I wish we had like another light that we could have added in here, just because it does feel a little dark, or a window. Obviously, what do you call this? More of like a little game room space here off of our landing. You could keep it the exact same. You could do exactly how they have it as like a secondary living room space. You could turn it into a play area, study area for the kids, but regardless, you have options in here. And it is a really functional use of space. Okay. Looks like we're still in the middle of doing some stuff here. But imagine your mirrors here, dual vanity. Same setup that we had in the last one. Really spacious. Like very decent amount of space for this layout. No issues. Okay, bedrooms. Okay. Let's take a look at our closet. We don't lose any space on the sides, so not mad at this closet at all. Can you make this more functional? You can, but My biggest pet peeve is always when we lose space on the sides, and we don't have that issue here. So I do like that a lot. Four windows. So a ton of natural light in this one bedroom as well. I love the staging that they did in here. One thing they never account for though are kids' toys. When they do the staging, that's one thing I always notice. But nonetheless, I mean, this is beautiful space, beautiful bedroom. If you wanted to give yourself more space here, you could even turn this into like a little day bed and push it up against there for kids. So you have a lot of options. We've seen a lot. We saw 3 homes today. We saw the Brazos, the Colorado, and the Sabine. So in the order of what we saw them, because I don't think I kind of went over the details of each home, the Brazos was a 2-story, 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, coming in at around 1,765 square feet. The Colorado was a 2-story, 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, coming in around 1,956 square feet. The Sabine, what we're in right now, is a 2-story, 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage, coming in at 2,488 square feet. So we don't have a half bath in this one, which we kind of noticed. That downstairs bathroom, that downstairs full bath would be your guest bath. There's a lot to say about Autograph homes. But before I say anything about that, I want to first thank James and Wade, the president and the executive vice president of Autograph Homes, for coming out and creating homes that feel cozy, that feel colorful, that feel like you are a part of a community and not just another home inside of a ginormous community. Because I feel like Autograph has done this. I feel like they've done it. I've seen a ton of homes, but y'all, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So thank you, James and Wade. Getting back into the floor plans that we just saw, let's talk about pricing. Brazos is coming in at $378,990. Colorado is coming in at about $396,990. And the Sabine is coming in at $472,990. Okay, so that's the price point of the homes that we've looked at. Talking about our trio collection first, because the Brazos, the Colorado, told you guys they're only going to build those in pairs of 2 or 3. So what that means is that you guys are not gonna be able to pick your lots on those. They already have predetermined lots that they're going to be able to build those houses on. You'll just have to decide between the predetermined lots that they've already selected for those homes. But we also have an additional floor plan for that one. If you want something with a little bit more space and you want something that is 4 bedrooms, we have the Aransas, which is once again a 2-story, 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage, coming in at 2,216 square feet. Price for that one is gonna put you at around $416,990. So that one is gonna give you a little bit more square footage than the Colorado, which comes in at 1,956. So you're at about, honestly, a little over 200. If I'm doing my quick math correct. Now remember, for our trio collection, the reason why they call it a trio collection is because, is it similar to a townhouse? Technically yes, because the garages are connected, but no other part of your house is going to be connected. So the living space, the space that people are occupying, and honestly, the reason why most people just don't enjoy townhouses or they're very hesitant to move into one is because there's that shared wall between the living spaces. There is absolutely no shared wall between the living spaces on any of these 3 homes. So you still have a more affordable option than the Sabine and then the Blanco that we have, but you don't have to worry about, I'm gonna hear my neighbor, I'm gonna hear everything that they're doing. You're only connected at the garage. And honestly, how long are y'all in the garage for? Now, our Symphony collection, that's gonna be the Sabine, which is what we just toured, and the Blanco. The Sabine is gonna put you at that 2,488 square feet. I said it was $472,990. And then the Blanco is going to be a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage, about 2,497 square feet, coming in at $459,990. Okay. They don't have a Blanco for us to take a look at right now, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, seeing the floor plans just laid out, one, if you want something that, I'm trying to see what the difference is. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I like the Sabine. Like, I like the Sabine more than I like the Blanco. The Sabine is probably my favorite one, and that's probably why it costs more, because what was most appealing about this floor plan was the drop zone and that little flex study area that you had downstairs. So you have your bedroom downstairs. We also have that drop zone. We had understairs storage. We had, did we have a coat closet near the front? We didn't have a coat closet near the front. But I mean, overall, this was just a stunning home. Once again, the front porch area for this, I mean, Autograph Homes, they did this community right, because everything that Two Step Farm is about and kind of what they are trying to push through with the theme of their master plan community, Autograph Homes hit the nail on the head. I do have to say so myself. Whew. This was so much, y'all, but honestly, I'm so excited for what we've seen. I'm excited for this new builder who's coming on the scene. And this is their flagship. So this is the first homes that they have completed in the Houston area. They have tons of other homes that are coming available in different communities, but this is the only one that they have done currently. So I'm excited to see what Autograph Homes gives us, because it's always nice when we add in a little bit more competition amongst the builders that we've seen before. Before we move away from Autograph Homes, I do want to mention that builder incentives right now, because they just opened up their model homes about a month ago. So we're still very much so fresh in regards to construction and homes being built. So we don't really have any inventory homes right now where we're tacking on specific incentives, but we do have incentives such as cash to close, cash for upgrades, seller concessions pretty much is what we're looking at. Those are some of the options that we can work with and we can negotiate with Autograph Homes in regards to getting you the home that you want with the incentives that you need. Now, with that being said, let's get into Two Step Farm as a community and what the amenities are that you're going to have, because they're giving you a lot, y'all. Two Step Farm is probably as Texas as it gets when it comes down to communities that I have toured. They are in Montgomery, which some will say, and they're probably right, this is as Texas as you're ever going to get. Montgomery is the birthplace of the Texas flag. So, I mean, when we're talking Texan, this is it. The goal of Two Step is pretty similar to a lot of the other communities that we've seen up north, and just in regards to how nature-esque they are, but they have a much funner twist that I will say I appreciate. One, they're not just about nature, they're about music, fun, food, community, just all of these things that just make a community feel like home. And they actually do that in a few different ways, starting with their two-step hall, which is a literal dance hall, like a dance saloon that is made up of 100-plus-year-old wood. Like, they wanted it to feel like people had already been dancing in there for years. They also have a farm shop, which is basically your info center, but also the grazery, which is a cafe where you can go have coffee, wine, beer, you name it. One thing that I don't think I've seen in any master plan community, at least not up north, is a co-op community working space. So for those of you who are working at home, but maybe you just need to get out the house because the kiddos are here for vacation or they're off of school, wife is home, husband's home, whatever the case is, you could just go straight into the co-op, and now you have a workspace where you don't have to leave your community or your neighborhood, but you have a new space that is quiet and that is available to you within your own neighborhood. Y'all already know it's gonna be one of my favorites, community garden, and one of my husband's favorites, which would be the goat farm. That the kids can go and volunteer at. So for those of y'all who don't want pets, take them to the goat farm, because we're not getting a dog, you have a goat. They also offer trails for biking, running, hiking, walking, whatever the case is, they've got it. And they're also going to have a community pool. So amenity wise, we're looking at some stereotypical amenities that we see in most of our master plan communities. Others, go farm. We're not seeing that anywhere else except for Two-Step Farm. So I told you guys earlier that I was really excited to talk to you guys about how Two-Step Farm actually did a partnership with Generac to kind of future-proof these homes and make it 10 times easier for you guys to make sure that your homes are not going down in any storm. All of their homes in every single part of this community, upsized gas meters with a transfer switch already installed. This is going to make hookup way easier for you guys if you want to install a Generac generator, or I think it's like the power cell battery, whatever it is, you can also install that too. Now, the other cool thing is you can just have your Generac already put into your loan if you wanted to go that route. Don't know if I would recommend it because just like everything else, a builder is going to upcharge on that. But if we aren't as cash heavy and we really want to make sure that we have that generator just in case we have grid issues in the future, then that is one of those upgrades that I would say is definitely more important than upgrading your light fixtures, and I would just throw it in. But for those of you who are totally fine with just paying it out of your own pocket, know that your house is already set up for you to simply have Generac come out, install it, be done with it. There aren't a bunch of extra steps that have to be done to your home. Everything is already taken care of. This is one of those things where I pay attention to because it really shows that the developers, the builders, when they thought about this community as a whole, they really looked at what are people needing in the city of Houston, what are people suffering from, how do we give that to them? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I've seen a lot of master plan communities. I tour them weekly. This is probably one of my favorites out of the sheer fact that there was a lot of thought put into the community. And honestly, Autograph Homes they're becoming my favorite builder. This is just their first few houses, so I'm excited to see what else they have coming up in other communities. But from what we've seen so far, amazing builder, amazing community. You can't go wrong with this. Now, to go into our neighborhood details, HOA fees in this community are gonna be about $1,400 a year, so annually. Your tax rate is going to be about 3.06, which in comparison to other master plan communities, this is actually a pretty fair tax rate and a little bit on the low end. School district you're gonna be zoned to is Montgomery ISD, and we're only about 30 minutes away from the Woodlands, so not too bad of a drive. Now, if you're working in downtown Houston, I don't know if this is the community for you unless you commute like once a week, because your commute time is gonna be about an hour. That's without traffic. So this is definitely going to be more so for my north side people or my people who are working probably on like the Cypress, Humble, Porter-ish areas, because you're already kind of up here. You don't have to go super down into the city, and you're not far from the Woodlands. So you have a lot of already developed spaces that you can kind of go and hang out and enjoy in. But the only time you'd really need to go out into the city is if there's like a specific restaurant, if there's a game, a concert that you want to catch. Those are the rare times that you'll end up in the city. I almost forgot too, you already have internet within your home. So they have worked with, I wanna say it's Lasso, to include fiber optic internet into each home. So it's already up for you when you move in. You don't have to worry about that. It is included in that HOA fee. So there's no extra payment. Of course, if you do wanna upgrade, you'd have that conversation with them. But if I'm not mistaken, you're getting like straight gigabyte internet, which is typically what most people have in their homes nowadays. It's perfect for if you're gaming, if you're working from home, if you've got a lot of devices. So it is pretty good internet. We've seen, we've came, we've conquered. I am so happy that we were able to take a look at Autograph Homes. I think that they are giving us color and community and fun, and I'm excited to see what else they have going on in other parts of town. Definitely, they are going to be on my watch list, but I am curious, what did you guys think? Did you like these homes? Of course you like these homes, because these were great homes. Also, don't forget, I don't care if you guys are moving next week, next month. I don't care if you're looking to rent, buy, or sell. Book the call. If you have questions about any of the communities that I tour, if you have questions about the buying process, the home selling process, or even just renting in Houston, because that can be intimidating, give me a call. I'm always happy to help. I'll see you guys on the next tour.